Welcome back to my Victoria Real Estate YouTube channel, where I talk about buying, selling, and investing. In this video, I'm going to go over the market stats for sales that happened in July 2023. But before I get into that, please excuse my lumberjack look. I'm just up here at the lake right now. What do the statistics really mean? At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you my experiences of 2008 and 2009 and what I think is really happening versus what the statistics are telling us. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cochrane. I'm an experienced veteran realtor since 2005 with eXp Realty, and I help people just like yourself buy, sell, and invest in real estate in Greater Victoria. All of my contact details are in the comments below, so feel free to reach out if you have any questions or any sort of comments about these videos. I'm happy to talk with you. In July 2023, the Victoria Real Estate Board region saw a total of 595 properties sold, making it a 16.7% increase compared to last year's July 2022 of 510. However, there was a 15.6% decrease from the previous month of June. Condominium sales experienced a notable surge, rising by 16.3% from July 2022, with 200 units sold. Similarly, single-family homes also showed significant growth, increasing by 15.4% compared with July 2022 of 293 homes sold. As of the end of July 2023, the Victoria Real Estate Multiple Listing Service had 2,419 active listings for sale, representing a 3.3% increase from June 2023 and an 11.9% increase from July 2022. So despite the slowdown in sales, the market witnessed an encouraging sign in the form of increased inventory. This additional inventory offers more choices for buyers and facilitates property changes for sellers. Additionally, the typical summer market's trends of fewer active buyers due to vacations may lead to less competition in the market compared to previous months. Buyers and sellers are always advised to consult with their local realtor for assistance and up-to-the-minute information to navigate the Victoria real estate market efficiently. The Multiple Listing Service Home Price Index benchmark value for a single-family home in Victoria core area of July 2022 was $1,366,100, while in July 2023, it decreased by 3.5% to $1,318,800. However, it saw an increase from June's value of $1,310,100. For condominiums in the Victoria core area, the benchmark decreased by 3.7% from $600,000 in July 2022 to $578,000 in July 2023. But it showed an increase from June's value of $573,800. Well, there you have it. That's the statistical report. And now, as promised, I'm going to tell you what I think is actually happening. In 2008 and 2009, we saw a decrease in sales dramatically. We saw a decrease in sort of values of properties by 10 or 12%. And we've seen that over this last year. However, it's not really reflected in the statistics. Now, the reason for that is that simply what happens is the most affected markets in the beginning of a slowdown are the high-end properties and the outlying properties, meaning the properties that are out in Souk or Port Renfrew or those sorts of places. And so what happens is those properties are negatively impacted in value the most. And so what happens is large properties that were priced at, say, $4 million for round number's sake drop down to $3 million in order to sell. And so what happens in order to those increased sales of large properties that are above the average price of Victoria homes typically skew the market. I don't think we've seen an accurate reflection of what's actually happening in the market based on the average sale price of a home. So what I mean by that is, I think a typical home, let's say just use the municipality of Langford, where you can get new products, 3,000 square foot plus or minus homes with a suite in them. Those were selling for upwards of $1.6 million last year before the correction occurred. And those are lucky if they're getting just a smidgen over 1.3 now. I think that's more of an indicator of what's going on out there. Entry-level homes are affected the least because they're still affordable and they still haven't seen that price drop. While the high-end homes that were, $3, $4, $5 million, even up to $10 million, those are the ones that are affected the most when it comes to single-family homes. I don't think condos are going to be affected much at all because they never really took off like single-family homes did as far as valuations go when we saw the rise throughout the pandemic. Condos sort of stayed flat because nobody wanted to go indoors, nobody wanted to share elevators with each other, and so those properties never really took off. And so therefore the gap was still great, and they still had some catching up to do. After this correction that we've experienced, the condos were not nearly as affected because they had not closed the gap. They had not risen by the same amount of percentage as single family homes. Anyway, that's my take on what's going on out there. Feel free to pick up the phone, call me, text me, do whatever you need to do. Book an appointment in my calendar by simply clicking on the button up in my banner. And all my contact details, as always, are in the comments below. See you in the next video.